We bought a bus and we're turning it into a tiny home. This is part 10 of how this project is going. So today, the entire focus is getting the rest of the floor out. So Babe's trying to figure out how to get these wheelchair anchors out of the floor. I wish I was here for this part, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't because my nerves got a little bit high. He, word for word, told me
I had to take the guard off. I was kind of afraid I was going to cut one of my arteries, so I just held on to it with dear life, tried not to drop it on my legs.
Now the big reveal and a very gratifying moment because getting these off meant the rest of the floor was going to be easy breezy. Well, not so easy because there were still screws everywhere under the rubber, and now he has to deal with these coolant hoses so that he can get the rest of the screws that are under the rubber along the wall. But before he can actually pull the wood out, there's another tiny little bebbage rack. He has to cut it out, get the bolts out, and lift it out so that the rest of the board is no longer glued to the floor. There were 3 main heaters in this bus, so that means that there were coolant hoses lining the entire bus that we had to deal with. And it looks like they put up a bit of a fight. But Bebe is gonna figure it out no problem, as you'll see. Keep watching. See, babe, it wasn't that hard, right?
Wasn't that hard at all.
Just a little time and a little patience, and he can get the job done every time. So we didn't want to quite get rid of the hoses because the coolant is running through a closed system. So we have to close the loop and make it shorter so that it's still running through it and it's not leaking out all over the bus everywhere, as you probably saw earlier, but a little coolant won't hurt anybody. There's a little bit of Frank Sinatra playing in the background during this whole video. Obviously I had to cut it out because of copyright issues, but he was listening to Frank Sinatra all day. That's one thing I love about him. He's got a great taste in music. Next order of business was going back to the dump. And I'm sure you guys will be just as surprised as we were. We were able to drop 1,000 pounds on this dump run. It didn't seem like we had that much, but surely there was. And another funny thing, there were chickens running around the dump. But you know how sometimes when you take a video and then you stop it, thinking that you started the video? Yeah, that happened here. And Babe was pretty upset about it because it would have been hilarious to add that part into today's vlog. But of course, the footage disappeared and you guys aren't going to be able to see the brown and black chicken that was just roaming around everybody, minding their own business, acting like they are walking around like they own the place.
That's a great idea. I think I should just bring my chickens to the dump.
And by now, I'm sure you can start to see why we had to pull the floor up, because there are multiple spots where rust needs to be treated. So we're really glad that we did that and we didn't cut any corners, because we're going to put on a nice layer of Rust-Oleum paint to treat this rust and make sure that we don't have any more issues with rust ever again. Finally, a blank canvas that we've been working so hard to finally see. Time to head home and show me everything he did. Bebe going to show me all of his hard work for today.
Not just that.
Oh my goodness. It's all clean. You worked hard today.
It was pretty good. Pretty good day.
I hadn't driven the bus yet, so he really wanted to see me drive. Well, that's the end of the day today, and tomorrow we're gonna start working on treating the rust on the floor. Paint's gotta dry, so that's what tomorrow's gonna be. Good job today, baby. That concludes part 10. See you tomorrow.